Hi, my name is Jake, and I'm going to be talking about the development in both North and South Korea after the Korean conflict. And it's going to provide a great contrast against both countries, and it will show you why developing in a certain way is vastly better than developing in another. And to understand that, you have to look at the history of the conflict. So essentially, the communist North and the capitalist South butted heads and dragged many countries with them. Communism was spreading at this time, so many countries that followed communism that were communistic in nature backed North Korea, the USSR, and China, both backed North Korea, and the Truman Doctrine was actually announced prior to this conflict, where containment was needed to contain communism and to stop it from spreading to the free world. So many countries got involved. After a few years, a line was drawn in the sand and peace broke out. Well, this peace wasn't defended or brought about by a peace treaty. It was mainly just a stoppage in conflict. And even today, there's no peace treaty that ended the Korean conflict. So the demilitarized zone that was created along the 38th parallel between North and South Korea is heavily monitored and heavily defended by either side. The dictatorship in the North that arose and took power decided to put many funds into their military to ensure that the South could not defeat them on a large scale warfare on the ground, or in the air, or over sea. And with this, they failed to develop three major things that any country would need in order to develop properly after conflict. Those would be agriculture, education, and infrastructure. With that, you can see North Korea's infrastructure. There aren't many cities in North Korea. If you look at a satellite image at night, the cities in North Korea don't light up as bright as the countries around it, mainly China and South Korea. Also, the people of North Korea are starving. They have a famine going on over there, and they're very malnourished, and there are many medical issues because of that. Despite the many countries that offer food aid to North Korea, they aren't doing well due to the development problems. You look at South Korea, where they put money into, yes, funding their military, but they put more money into funding their education, into funding their agriculture, into funding their trade and infrastructure. And with that, South Korea, mainly Seoul, is one of the best infrastructure based cities in the world, where you have many skyscrapers and such. You have technological centers in South Korea that are leading and paving the way in the technological world in terms of computers, microchips, cell phones, that sort of thing. You also have many South Korean people not starving to death. And this is why South Korea is considered a first world country, and also why North Korea is considered a third world country. So with this, you see the development that needs to be done in a country that is essential and must happen in order for a country to develop properly. That being South Korea, unlike North Korea, which developed into a third world country.